I say to myself all the time, the makeup needs me. I don't need the makeup. If the makeup didn't have you to buy it and to use it, then the industry wouldn't be alive. You don't need it. It's just an enhancement. It doesn't make you. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Leolations. So today we are going to be talking all about inner beauty, and I am going to be teaching you how to be pretty without makeup. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So right now I have on some makeup. As you can see, it's not too heavy. I have on some blush, I have on some bronzer, some concealer, I did some spot concealing, lipstick, lip gloss, brows are done, all of the things. We're gonna start off the video with makeup on, and then we're gonna take my makeup off together, and in the midst of that we're going to be talking about all of the things that you need to understand in order to be pretty without makeup. We're going to be talking about skincare, self-care, self-confidence, and more. So just follow along. You guys always ask me about confidence and self-confidence and things like that, and I know that whenever I look in the mirror at myself, makeup, no makeup, but especially with no makeup, I feel great. I feel amazing, and I just want everybody to be able to feel that comfortable in their own skin. And in order to feel that comfortable in your own skin, you have to have self-confidence. Okay, you have to have self-confidence in your look. You have to have confidence in your beauty, and it's going to be easier for you to do this if you're not looking for validation externally and you're getting it from within. You're getting intrinsic validation. You're validating yourself. Me personally, when it comes to self-confidence in regards to my beauty, yes, I am conventionally attractive, but even if I wasn't, I would still think I was beautiful. I don't care if I have something in my teeth. I don't care if I have something on my face. I don't care if I have the gloss eye in a trash bag. I still know I'm clearing bitches at the end of the day. And that's how you have to think about yourself. That's what you have to believe about yourself. You have to know that you are that without all of the extra outside of you. Understand that it's in you, it's not on you. Self-confidence is an internal thing. Nobody can give you self-confidence. This is something that you have to build and something that you have to cultivate for yourself, within yourself. And even if you get comments from people outside of you saying that you're ugly or that you don't look good or like you need makeup, you need to go put something on, you need to go do this, shoo it away. You don't have to identify and subscribe with anything that anybody else is telling you, because at the end of the day, they're outside of you. You can reject whatever you don't want to believe about yourself. So if they're telling you something that doesn't align with how you feel about yourself, reject it. You don't have to adopt that into your self-concept. You don't have to adopt that into your way of being. I really want to emphasize the importance of self-confidence, because whether you have makeup on or not, if you aren't confident within yourself, you're still going to be self-conscious. You're still going to feel like you're not good enough. You're still going to feel like you're not pretty enough. You have to feel it inside. It's an internal thing. Whether you look like a troll right now because you PMSing, whether you got zits, you having a breakout, whatever, I don't care what's going on, I still feel like the baddest bitch alive. And that's just how I feel. You need to feel the same way. Nobody should be able to tell you who you are, what you look like, what you deserve, none of that. You decide all of that for yourself. This is your life. Everybody else is just a supporting character. That's the most important thing. I tell you guys so many things about confidence, self-confidence, rebuilding your self-confidence, how confidence is the key to everything. I preach to you guys about this all the time, but that is the basis. That's the foundation of how to be pretty without makeup. You have to feel confident in yourself, and you have to know that you are that. It's in you, it's not on you. I say to myself all the time, the makeup needs me. I don't need the makeup. If the makeup didn't have me, then the industry wouldn't be alive. If the makeup didn't have you to buy it and to use it, then the industry wouldn't be alive. You don't need it. It's just an enhancement. It doesn't make you. Anything outside of you should never make or break you. It's all internal. Next, I want to get into skincare, okay? And I'm going to do 2 parts of this because I'm going to walk you guys through my skincare routine, but I'm also going to show you some tools that I like to use in combination with my skincare routine that keep me looking fine as fuck without makeup. If you're not wearing makeup, you don't have anything to cover up imperfections. And I say imperfections with a quotation mark because it's really not an imperfection unless you decide it's an imperfection. But you know, hyperpigmentation, dark marks, dark circles, whatever it is that you feel is something that you want to change or cover up, makeup is what does that. So if you're not wearing the makeup, then you need to make sure that you are taking care of your skin, because as long as you have a beautiful canvas, you are going to look good without it. I do my skincare routine every morning. I do my skincare routine every night, and I am consistent with it. If there's nothing else that I'm consistent with, I'm consistent with that skincare routine, okay? I do not play. I've always been a skincare girly. I've always loved trying new products, and as of lately, I've been using this new system that I love, 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 love. Like, it's been having my skin look good. I'm actually about to take my makeup off, and we're gonna end off the video with me not having makeup on because I mean, I don't need the shit. You also don't need the shit. So let's go take this off. So I'm sitting at my vanity so you guys can see clearly how these products work, but I'm gonna be going back and forth to go rinse my face and things like that. I also want to mention really quickly that today's video is brought to you by Yopoda. Using their products, like I said, has made my skincare so much easier. What I love about it is that they've crafted the perfect routine to get the glass skin look without me having to do all of the extra guesswork and trying out tens of hundreds of products to see what works for me. Like, it was already put together and the system is lined out for me. First thing we got to do is get the makeup off. My favorite way to get my makeup off is by double cleansing and using a oil-based balm to get everything off. I've tried makeup wipes, I've tried micellar water. I just prefer to use an oil-based cleanser or a cleansing balm because I feel like it really melts the makeup off versus just wiping it off of the surface, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go in by using this first. And I don't have hella makeup on, so it's not gonna take a lot. I just melt it in my fingertips and it's just gonna start melting the makeup off. Like, you can literally see, look at the concealer coming off, the powder coming off, everything is just melting off. And all you do is massage it in. So now I look a mess. Let me go rinse this off and come back. Now I'm gonna go in with the cleanser. This is the cleanser that I use, so we're gonna go in with this. I love this, like, for real, not for fake. This is one of the things that I use as one of my skincare tools. It's like a sponge. It starts off flat, but when you run it underwater, it puffs up. So I just have this to get my face a little wet before I cleanse. It's a water-based cleanser. It's foam. It's really fun to use because it is foam. I just feel like it makes like the whole cleansing the face process, I don't know, more interactive. I feel like it really does a good job of cleansing my skin without leaving it feeling stripped and super dry. Ever since I started using this in combination with the cleansing balm, I've noticed that I've definitely had less breakouts and less congestion in my skin because my skin gets congested easily. So by doing the double cleansing method, it's helped me reduce the amount of breakouts I get specifically from congested skin. If I'm in the shower, I'll usually like let my face wash sit on my face as kind of like a face mask, just so that the active ingredients in the wash can really work into my skin. But I'm not in the shower, so I'm gonna go wash this off. So now that my face is all clean and clear, I'm gonna go ahead and tone. To do that, I use this hyaluronic acid toner spray. I like using this because it is a spray and I don't have to do the whole cotton pad situation. Nothing wrong with it, I just feel like this is more convenient. Just gonna let that dry in a little bit. After that, I go into the correction phase. I use a niacinamide serum, and this is the one that I use. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I like using this personally because I feel like it's really done a good job at helping fade my dark spots. I used to never ever get hyperpigmentation until I hit my early 20s. I guess this is like a symptom of the second puberty that the girls talk about, which I hate because I never got hyperpigmentation when I was a teenager. Then I go in and I moisturize, and I like this one because this one is really lightweight. I don't really like heavy moisturizers, even though it's winter time. I'm just not a fan of heavy moisturizers, and I slug anyways, so I don't like to have a heavy moisturizer on plus an occlusive on top of that. So I really like using this one because it's super lightweight and it still leaves me feeling moisturized and hydrated throughout the day. And last but not least, when I want that extra glow, I go in with this serum right here, and I just put this on the top of my moisturizer, specifically when I really want the glass skin look. And this is super duper lightweight, so it doesn't mix in weird with the moisturizer or anything like that. It literally just adds like another layer of glow. So now my skincare routine is officially done. Once everything is all locked into place, I do go in with my gua sha. I've had trouble being consistent with it, but I swear every time I see the difference in my face. I'm telling you, I look snatched. I have a little protective case for it, and I just keep this in my bathroom next to my skincare, so that way whenever I'm done with my skincare routine, I could just go in with my gua sha and just really sculpt my face. Now, I don't know if this is the super correct way to do it. This is just how I do it. There may be another way to do it. If you know any other ways to do it, or if you have any tips or tricks for me, you can leave them in the comments down below. But what I do is I take it like this, and I just go along my cheekbone, and I just hold it at the end for a few seconds, and I go through and I do this 10 times on each cheekbone. And then along the jawline, I do the same thing 10 times, and when I get to the end, I hold it for a few seconds. For the forehead, I just take this flat side of it, and I just go from the middle and I just push outwards. And I do this 10 times. Sometimes I do take it down here, down the neck, for some lymphatic drainage. I like to do that morning and night. Really morning, because you know when you wake up your face is puffy and everything like that, and it really just helps get your face together and prepare you for the day. That pretty much encompasses the skincare. I really love the skincare set that I use from Yopoda, because like I said, everything is all laid out for me without me having to get decision fatigue from doing all of the extra guesswork and figuring out what products I need to get the results that I want. So I invite you guys to try Yopoda. If you're interested, then you can click the link in my description box and check them out. But yeah, that is how I do my skincare, which is an essential part of being pretty without makeup. The next most important thing that you need to understand and know about to be pretty without makeup is self-care. You need to prioritize your self-care. Self-care is essential. Self-care is extremely important. When I say self-care, I don't mean the frilly frou-frou shit like, oh, putting on an eye mask before you go to bed, or putting cold spoons of cucumbers on your eyes, or doing honey facials. Like, I don't mean the superficial things, the tips that you get from TikTok, the tips that you could get from literally anybody else. I mean the things that really matter, like nervous system regulation, getting an adequate amount of sleep. It's called beauty rest for a reason. Your nutrition, your hydration, all of these things are very important parts of self-care that keep you beautiful with or without the makeup. If you aren't knowledgeable on the nervous system and you aren't able to regulate your emotions and regulate your nervous system, then you're gonna always be in a constant state of stress, or you're gonna have a peaked level of stress at all times. It's gonna peak your cortisol. You're just gonna look stressed. You're gonna look frazzled all the time. Like, it's gonna show up in your face. You're gonna be breaking out. You're gonna look tired. You're gonna look dull. You need to learn how to regulate your nervous system. There are multiple ways that you could do this. My favorite way to regulate my nervous system is through somatic breathing. Somatic breathing is basically a breathing exercise, or it encompasses a whole bunch of breathing exercises that help you bring your mind and your body to a state of equilibrium. Whenever you're feeling stressed, whenever you're feeling anxious, whenever you're feeling worried, whenever you are just too up there in your head and you're not in your body, you can use somatic breathing exercises to ground yourself and get back down into your body, slow down your heart rate, give yourself time to process, to be present, and to actually just be. Not to act, not to do, not to think, but to just be. We as women need to spend more time just being. There's a time for action, there's a time for doing, there's a time for thinking, but we need to learn how to just be. You scrolling on TikTok for 8 hours is not you just being. That is you checking out of reality. That's you being stagnant. When I say be, I mean you're present, you're aware, you're practicing mindfulness, you're being mindful, you're doing everything with intent. That is what I mean when I say being. There are so many other ways. Another one of my favorite ways to regulate my nervous system is to meditate while listening to binaural beats, specifically theta waves. I like to meditate while listening to theta waves. It really helps stop all of the chatter in my mind. All of the chatter just shuts up, and I literally feel like I'm floating on a cloud. After you finish watching this video, click out of here and go type in theta waves binaural beats. Sit down, crisscross applesauce on the floor, on your bed, wherever, and listen to that in your headphones and just breathe. Breathe in 4 counts, breathe out 4 counts. Breathe in 4 counts, hold it 2, breathe out 4 counts, and just repeat that, repeat that, repeat that for about 5 to 10 minutes. You are literally going to feel like you're floating on a cloud afterwards. It's literally nature's Xanax. Like, there's literally no better drug than meditation to me, and it's my favorite way to regulate my nervous system. And like I was saying earlier, getting an adequate amount of sleep is extremely important. We are women, we require more sleep than men do. We require more rest than men do. Our hormonal systems and our circadian rhythms and all of that, we work differently. We are cyclical beings, so we have to move in harmony with that. We have to move in alignment with that. So make sure that you're getting not just 8 hours, like a good 9 to 10 hours of sleep if you can. I could go a good 9 to 10 hours, okay? I love a good slow morning. I am a routine person, but I'm not strict with my routines. I allow there to be flow. I allow myself to switch it up and do what I feel like doing intuitively within that moment. That is just part of being a feminine person. That is part of being a feminine being. So yeah, make sure that you're getting an adequate amount of sleep every night. Another thing that I will say, for me personally, I've noticed that if I go to bed past 1:30 a.m., no matter how long I sleep, I wake up feeling groggy. So I do recommend that you guys try out going to sleep within the hours of 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. I feel like that is the sweet spot. Even if you're not able to get the full 9 to 10 hours, or if you just get 5, you're probably still gonna wake up feeling better than you would have if you went to sleep later, pulling an all-nighter. Okay, we're not in middle school anymore. We're not pulling all-nighters. There's no reason you should be pulling an all-nighter. You should have shit to do the next day. There's no reason you should have time to pull an all-nighter. Go to bed, okay? And the next thing, eating a balanced and nutritious diet and getting a good amount of hydration. When you're drinking your water, you can add electrolytes to your water, or you could just raw dog your water, whatever you want to do. I personally add lemon juice to all my water, and I add trace minerals. They are stripping the minerals out of the soil. We have to supplement. I do about 1 liter of water a day. I know some people out here drowning themselves in a gallon of water. I personally don't do that. I do 1 liter a day, and it works for me, okay? Maybe some more if I'm working out heavy that day or something like that. But I found, for me personally, 1 liter of lemon water a day with my trace mineral drops, I'm good to go. Make sure that you're hydrating properly. Make sure that you're eating vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, vegetables that are high in iron. A lot of girls, specifically women of color, struggle with anemia. Get the iron from your diet. Yes, you can supplement, but also make sure that you're eating foods that are richer and higher in iron, like red meats, kale, like spinach, different things like that. Make sure that you're also getting a good amount of citrus. You're getting a good amount of fruits and berries and different things like that, because they are high in antioxidants, which are good for your skin. And what is the basis of this video? What are we talking about? We're talking about being pretty without makeup. So you want to make sure that you're eating things that are going to help your skin and benefit your skin. One of my favorite things to do as well is to supplement with collagen or drink bone broth. Bone broth is extremely high in collagen. I do like supplementing with collagen powder, unflavored collagen powder. I just put it in my water, and I swear whenever I drink collagen, my skin just looks more supple. It just adds a little bit more life to my skin. It's a very slight difference, but it is a very noticeable difference, because when I look at pictures of myself when I was drinking collagen frequently, versus when I don't. I can see the difference in the pictures and I'm like, wow, my skin looks so good. Like my face looks so supple and bouncy. How did I look this good? Girl, you were drinking collagen. So you could try that out as well, because that really does make a difference in your face, and it makes a difference in your skin. It has been a pleasure talking to you, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Lealations. Bye bye.